All right, here in the finals, and we've got a great keep here, so pretty happily going to keep this. And I think we are going to open it up with the Glade Watcher. Once again, if I miss on my land drops, I want to make sure that I can at least find another land with my Inoc Guide. So there's no double green in our deck, is there? Oh, Ari Bowmasters and Salt Road Ambushers if I want to flip them up. All right, Bludgeon Rager's pretty good. Hand of Silumgar. I think that's our new 2-drop play instead. This way we can strike back, unlike the Glade Watcher. And since we can't block the Bludgeon Rager anyway, might as well have a guy we can crack back with. I wonder if it's mono black. That'd be interesting. Morph. All right. I might Deathwind, perhaps? No, probably not. Let's just strike in with the hand. Okay, I'll make this trade. All right, so he's like a black-red dash deck is my guess. I think now we'll just drop a dragon. I kind of want to leave Deathwind up for a more... I mean, I can take a little bit of damage for a while and be okay. Because it's not like an enormous amount of damage anyway. I could have actually played the Marsh Hulk morphed instead. I didn't really discuss that too much, but they're both 7 mana drops anyway. Foul Tongue Invocation, not so good anymore. So I can swing here, get rid of... He probably just blocks, gets a dude, and then I can just Deathwind his Bludgeon Rager. And then he's left with a 2/2 and no good exploit creatures. Otherwise, I can stay back, hit the Bludgeon Rager with Deathwind, and then have a blocker for his Emissary. I kind of want to be able to set Foul Tongue Invocation up to be played well, so I think I'm just going to attack. He also could not block, which is okay. Either way, I'm still going to kill the... kind of wish I had a dragon for my invocation. I'm just going to Deathwind the Bludgeon Rager now. Although, well, I can't think of any way he can save it, so let's just wait. I mean, yes, I'm going to be killing the Bludgeon Rager, but kind of want to see if he's got a combat trick of some sort. So yes, Foul Tongue not looking so good in this spot, but it's okay. So he gets some pretty good value here, but we're still okay. I guess Inoc Guide's going to... Yeah, you know, I think I still might find my 6th land just to be able to play the Marsh Hulk, but actually, maybe that's not that good. Let's just go Glade Watcher. Marsh Hulk, I think. Might take 3 from the Executioner. I don't really like trading it with either of my guys. Alright, finally found his red mana. I think I'm just going to take the Executioner. Not thrilled about it, but... Alright. Alright, it's not bad, actually. Let's just chill, leave up everything. Actually, I'm going to play the Inot Guide. I'm going to search up a land. I want to build towards my Marsh Hulk. If I play the Inot Guide, it gets to block a Merciless Executioner. I mean, granted, I still can't Megamorph my guy. But, well, maybe a 2/2's better. Not really. I think I'm just going to find a land. I need to get to 7 at some point anyway. I have multiple guys that flip at 7, although one of them is in fact dead. I guess the blowout play I have to worry about is playing Inot Guide, searching up a land, and then my opponent mind routes me. That'd be pretty good value. Well, I guess I still get to invocate him in response, so I guess it's not that bad. Okay. Ability resolves. We're going to search for a land, because like I said, I want to, at this point, I might as well build towards 7, get our Marsh Hulk online. And yes, I don't have to search up a land, but I am anyway. So yeah. I think, we're going to invocate in response here. Because I don't anticipate getting better value, so at this point, we'll just let him lose a manifest. Most likely a manifest. I think if he doesn't sacrifice the manifest, I would say that's a pretty good indication that it's a creature. Alright. Was in fact a land, but still better to hit that than, say, Emissary. So I might sideboard out of the invocation. Wait, why did all his guys glow? What ability is that? Oh, collateral damage, okay. On our morph. Alright, well, a little bit more sad about searching up a land now. But acceptable nonetheless. Alright, well, it is in fact going to be the target of a spell or ability, so there is that. Let's just kill it now. So we take 3, but take care of a big threat. Alright, Douse and Gloom is actually a pretty good draw, considering we just had to take a couple damage there. I guess I could have killed his manifest, just in case it's an actual creature. You know, it might have been a wise idea. As he flips it up and it's like some crazy, it's like an Archfiend of Depravity. Just something bonkers that I can't deal with. Alright, Bowmasters are certainly good enough to morph here. Can't quite get offensive just yet. Alright, Gravecrawler's pretty sick. Yeah, we'll allow it. Got rid of a hooded assassin. All right. So get some zomzoms. I think next turn I'm going to be flipping my bowmasters. So why don't we just douse and gloom now? And I guess a zombie is actually a bigger deal than an executioner on this spot, because executioner just gets blocked by guide. Although zombie gets blocked by glade watcher. But he can also maybe get executioner back. And also maybe feeds his delve. I don't know. I guess we'll kill a zombie. I also can save. We're a little bit low on life. I'm starting to get a little concerned. I think I'm just going to douse and gloom a zombie. Obviously, it's terrible value, but I'm going to be using all my mana, like I said, so it just feels better to do it this way. I just don't want him to have like a million creatures out there. I'm going to flip it up now. I didn't have to show him that, but I just don't want my morph to die to some stupid cheap burn spell because I didn't leave 6 mana up to megamorph it. And now at least we have a dragon blocker. All right. So we're going to have higher impact draws is my assumption, because we've got some pretty high impact ones we can draw. Like a 7 mana 5/6 that wipes the board, for example. Or Ruthless Instincts, which is also not bad. So if I attack with Bowmasters and he blocks with a Gravecrawler, no, it's not worth it. I think we still just hang out. I'm really not in a hurry to get aggressive here. Like I said, I believe, just based on what I've seen out of my opponent's deck so far, I think it's a fairly safe assumption to assume we've got a better late game plan. Just need to find those threats. So I guess I could technically attack with a Bowmasters now, but he still has the Gravecrawler block, and then if he has a removal spell, could be in trouble. So I think we're just going to continue to chill. I'm going to just play under the assumption that I've got a better late game plan and keep up Ruthless Instincts for stuff I can't deal with, whatever. I'm just really not in a big hurry to be a beatdown. I mean, granted, my opponent could have some insane mythic. That's going to be tough to deal with, but Ruthless Instincts helps quite a bit for that. All right. Actually, I'm going to pocket both lands just in the off chance my opponent's playing a Mind Rot, because discarding 2 lands seems good. So draws I'm looking for are Deathbringer Regent, Gurmag Angler, Silumgar Butcher, Risen Executioner, Feral Krushak, and a couple other morphs. So yeah, we've got like 5 or 6 actual big threat draws that are pretty good on this board state. Not the least of which is Deathbringer Regent. Actually, do I get a sweet little synergy? That's actually sweet. So if I have 9 mana, I can regen shield plus play Deathbringer Regent. Because it's not sacrifice, right? No, it's destroy. So I can keep that. It's kind of funny, actually. And I get a 2/2. This is like the best board to draw that Deathbringer Regent I think I could ask for. I get a 2/2. I get to regen this guy. All right. Well, change of plans. We're going to play Feral Cruciak instead. Still not eager to attack into a removal spell, 2-for-1ing myself. That 3/6 body, it's pretty sexy. I cannot protect it. All right, it's actually okay. Oh my God, he hit some pretty good stuff there. Huh. That seems strange. All right, we're going to block with... I can't regen. I mean, I can block and regen, but I'm going to block with Sultai Emissary and then Ruthless Instincts. So that way if he's got a removal spell, he kills an Emissary. Which I certainly don't care about. All right, I mean, that's bad, but whatever. It's better than losing my Dragon Scarred Bear, I guess, but it still kind of sucks. Granted. All right, so I can Butcher, which doesn't do that much. So I think we'll chill on that. If I attack with Bowmaster, he doesn't have a great block. He can 2-for-1 himself, double block here, or he can double block here, I guess. But that's still not that good. I think we'll just wait for our Deathbringer Regent. I've got a regenning bear, so we're not in like immediate danger of the old Gravecrawler. Butcher's Glee. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great either. I mean, we're going to actually... I guess our opponent's technically going to deck before we do. But still a little bit of ways away from that. Quite the stalled board state. This is kind of what I was talking about with during deck building. The curious thing about our deck. We have a lot of high value spells. And this is the kind of board state that we're, you know, I would say favored to win in because our opponent is clearly a very aggressive deck with all these like cheap sort of threats. But that doesn't mean that we can't still have some major issues here. Don't I get to kill Heel Cutter though? Oh, he's just going balls to the wall, huh? So he's going to get rid of my bear so I can't... No, he's getting rid of Bowmaster? Huh. That's a strange one. All right. So I think we'll actually chump that because I want this to eat something. So I guess we'll just eat Heel Cutter. This can eat 2/3. This can, guess, trade with 3/1. And I can Butcher's Glee. if I need to. I most likely don't. Okay. Yeah, I can just Butcher's Glee that. Let's put a regen shield up before I forget. And then we'll Butcher's Glee the Glade Watcher. Get a little life gain going. Still have 8 power on board, so that's a good sign. Let's just drop an ambusher, I guess. And pass. Oh, I guess I could have swung there, but I just figured at this point we're probably winning through trying to win through decking rather than damage. Although maybe that's the wrong way to approach this, but my opponent does have a 12-15, which is not the easiest thing to kill in the world, as you might imagine. All right, flip this little bad boy up, because why not? There it is. All right. So I play land. I could attack and, get some. I think we're just going to go for the Regent Shield plus Deathbringer Regent play. So he'd have to get rid of what? 2 creatures? All right. Still reaped pretty good value there, but we end up wiping the board and ending up with a regen guy. I guess it's okay. Not the best, not the worst. I mean, it kind of sucks his last card was Tail Slash, but that's all right. All right, Hardened Berserker. Do I just butcher it? I mean, guess I can. It's not great. I guess I can outrace it. Maybe I don't even have to sack. I'll just make the trade, whatever. I mean, obviously it's not a great trade because I want the regen, but see if we can't just outdraw our opponent. Yeah, I should have, I forgot about the Lord effect again. I gotta remember Risen Executioner is the Lord. Here's the thing with the Risen Executioner. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to play it again. If it dies, it's gone for good, is basically what it boils down to. Whatever. Alright. So, opponent is just very aggressive black-red. He doesn't even have too much dash, it looks like. He does have a fair amount. I mean, he's got pretty bomby play in Thunderbreak Regent, but I don't know if that justifies bringing in Pinion Feast. I think that's the only flyer we saw. Yeah, that's not quite enough for me. I mean, he's got a fair amount of dash. This guy's great, that Gravecrawler. Wish I had that. So I guess I dropped the Fierce Foul Tongue Invocation's looking bad because he's got multiple of those emissaries. I don't like that. I think I'd rather have like Tread Upon, Vile, probably Tread Upon. This isn't good. Could get another blocker in Sibsig Host, I guess, but that's not looking that great either. Duress doesn't seem bad, though. He's got Tail Lash, Collateral Damage, Bathe in Dragonfire. Yeah, that might actually be good. On the draw, though, it's probably worse, but I probably still want it. Risen Executioner does seem worse against an aggressive deck. Being unable to block is pretty bad. It's certainly not a card I want to see early. Sibsig Host is a pretty unexciting card too, but the body is nice. Maybe I want a Scavenger actually, instead of the Executioner. I think I just want to ditch Executioner. I really don't like it in this matchup. Not against aggressive decks. I need all the blockers I can get. I've got plenty of ways to finish my opponent anyway. So the question is, do we want to bring in Scavenger or Host? Probably a Scavenger, I guess. Seems better. Alright, let's try this out. I don't think there's anything else bad, right? No, I think this is fine. Yep, looks like a good keep to me. I think we're playing Guide as a bear already because we've got enough lands. And he's got all those Sultai emissaries, so kind of just makes sense. I think I want to put out the Marsh Hulk first, though, to bait some removal. Alright, there's our Deathbringer Regent. But yeah, I think a bear is more valuable here than... Alright, Hardened Berserker. It's fine. So we'll go Marsh Hulk first. No attacks. He probably just wants to play a 5-drop, which is fine. Alright. As expected, baited out the removal. And this is a trade I'm happy to make. Alright, I can tolerate that. Bowmaster seems pretty good in this spot. So we'll just cast that. Does double duty of preventing damage and buying time. Alright. Still in pretty good shape, I would say. Two cards left in our opponent's hand. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. So play the Ambusher face down and pass. Could have played it face up, I guess, but... So Deathbringer Regent currently does wipe the board. But definitely want my opponent to play a little bit more first. Alright, it's pretty big. Seems pretty likely we're going to be doing a Deathbringer Regent. So taking pretty big damage here, but we're just 2 turns away from Deathbringer Regent. Oh, yeah, that works too. All right. Well, at least we have a out to the Gravecrawler. Probably just do it with my Ambusher. No, I guess we do it with Bowmaster. That way he can't collateral damage in response. I guess he can Tail Lash in response, but just gonna have to deal with cross that path when it comes to it. The problem is, if he does have collateral damage, yeah, I think I gotta go for the Ruthless Instincts play here. Because if he has collateral damage, I just don't get full value off Deathbringer Regent. You could have Tail Lash too, which he did in fact have, unfortunately for us, but that was still going to be a problem even with Deathbringer Regent, so that's a bummer, but bummers happen in Magic, so I accept it. Let's see if we can't find a Reach of Shadows, maybe. Nope, just a land. So currently in really bad place because there's not enough creatures on the board, and I can't play any more creatures. I can't really afford to take a bunch more damage, so we're in a pretty tough spot, I guess. But like I said, tough spots do happen in Magic. Looks like he had collateral damage too, so he pretty much just had everything. He had the Tail Slash, which we would have taken care of Regent. He had the collateral damage, which would have prevented us from getting the full value. So, like I said, he had everything. There was nothing I could do. My opponent had everything he needed, including a Vulturous Haven, just to add that little bit of insult to injury on top of everything else. And still not enough creatures, and I drew a land which doesn't do anything, so that would mean game is over. So I play Deathbringer Regent for no value. Can't even double block the Gravecrawler, which means chump block Gravecrawler and hope to draw Reach of Shadows. Doesn't really work that well, does it? Fighting a losing battle. Reach. All right, that's pretty funny. All right, so game 3. Anything different? Nope. I think we just gotta draw a little bit better. Not lose to Grave Strength. All right, we'll play first. And yeah, we can keep this. Don't get a super quick start, but Thousand Gloom is pretty useful, so seems fine. That was a good draw. All right. Found our exploit value. That's good. I imagine this Marshalk's dead, but we'll find out. If it's not dead right away, I like the idea of leaving up a Tretapon, but no, as expected. Very much dead. All right, need a land here, and that's a bummer. All right, well, it's actually fine. There's our land. Wouldn't mind if he dashed here and I could Ruthless Instinct and maybe kill something plus get a 2/2. A sprinting Warbrood or, well, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but. It's interesting. So I can morph. Or I can just hard cast. I guess we morph. More potential value at some point. I'd probably just block the 4/4 with the Emissary. I mean, I lose a little bit of Butcher value, but I guess I could have used that land. Alright, Skirmisher's fine. Butcher's Glee. Yeah, pretty much could have used that land, but what can you do? Guess I probably just trade a Salt Road Ambusher for it. Can't really play around Kindled Fury, I guess. Or Bathe in Dragonfire for that matter. Yeah, it's not really what I wanted to see, but can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. Oh, well, I guess that's okay. Oh, except if he's got the Kindled Fury, I guess just GG's, but what can you do? Maybe just didn't expect us to be able to flip. Wait, it costs 5? Well, that's a bummer then. Now I'm doing something I didn't want to do. Wait. Oh, I just did it at our face? Okay. Guess that's alright. Still can't get a land. And I have every 5-drop in my hand in my deck. It's pretty infuriating. Alright. Hand of Silmgar under there, huh? Alright. Yeah, Gravecrawler's pretty big. See if I can get a 5th land. So still can't. Deck refuses to give me a land. All right, well, I said this wasn't an 18 land deck, and I still stand by that, but I got to admit, this was a freakish amount of land screw games. Typically, it's the complete and utter opposite problem. So I think that's what's so shocking about this one, but it's okay. Just need to draw lands, and once we draw lands, we get to play spells, which is very fun. There we go. So we can scavenger. We can butcher. Butcher doesn't do much. Crew shock's not bad. Scavenger just basically gets me a 4/4, which I guess if he's going to remove something, I'd rather him remove the scavenger. So we'll play that and we'll bolster itself. This just basically is like a removal magnet is how I'm playing it. Well, it was a removal magnet, all right. So I think we're going to trade the... Yeah, it's not what I want to see at all, but I guess we're just going to trade a dragon for a aspirant. And take more damage than I really want to at all, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Don't want to see something big. All right. Guess I can butcher. Yeah, I didn't want to see that either. Not very happy with how this game went down, but or is going down, I should say. What is the plan now? I guess I have to stop his evasion. Big issue, big glaring issue is, of course, that I'm taking way too much damage. So what's my solution to taking too much damage? Maybe I just drop a Feral Crew Shock this turn. Hope his last card isn't removal. And that way I can play Ruthless Instincts next turn to block the Vulturous Haven. Alright, well, if he had a combat trick, pretty sure he would have attacked there, so I guess that's good. Inoc Guide. Yeah, you would have been useful when I actually needed the mana from you, but... Oh, I see. I guess we play Guide as a bear anyway. Setting up for a butcher. And we'll Ruthless Instincts to block the Haven. And hope he didn't draw removal. But it's not bathed in Dragonfire, so I guess that's good. This way at least we play around Kindled Fury too, which is kind of nice. Alright. Gurmag Angler. Yeah, let's do that. So creature, 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 creature. And I think that we swing with Crew Shock. Alright. And we play Butcher. And Sacrifice Guide. Kill that. Looks like he drew some lands, which is good for us, so. Definitely going for a big old strike here. Right. Well, still in pretty good shape. It's got to come up with a pretty good solution to our board here. Guess I'll sack the Crew Shock, actually. That way, if I get one of my Megamorphs, admit it, I don't know how many I've got left, but all right. Well, ended up winning the Swiss, so I guess our next draft's going to be 8-4. What to say about the deck? It played pretty well for us. It basically did the game plan. It got to do the game plan it was intended to do, which is win through value, and it did that very well. So that panned out well for us. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say about it. It was a pretty fun deck. It was cool. It was fun, interesting. I don't know if I've done the green-black yet either, so this was a nice little experiment with that. I think our opponents tended to... We seem to actually have the opposite problem with this deck than I usually have. I feel like I get flooded much more often than I get screwed. I felt like we were getting screwed more often than flooded, which ultimately paid off more for us. Because while our opponents appeared to be getting flooded, we were getting screwed, but we had a nice stalled board state. So once we were able to find our land, we just won because we had more spells. So kind of an interesting little dynamic there. And Deathbringer Regent played okay. He never got to do anything bonkers. Risen Executioner played okay. What played really well for us? Nothing. I can't recall anything that played like really well for us. I think everything just played pretty adequately nice for us. So, okay, that's all I got to say about that. We'll see you for the next one.